Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It is happening. OMG. It is happening. The biggest breakup of all time. Epic, epic meltdown in the MAGA crowd or in the MAGA sphere. So Elon Musk is going dark lib on Trump today, and it's glorious. The right wing civil war has officially begun. Before I get into these juicy details, do me a huge favor. Click the subscribe button below this video. Guarantee you're going to like it. um, and I really appreciate it. It's free for you. It really helps the show and the algorithm. So here's what's all going down. The Trump Musk breakup is getting really ugly. We knew it wouldn't end well, and we were so right. And if anyone had any doubts about whether or not this rift is real, we got the evidence today. Today sealed the deal. This is a real fight. It's a real fight. So, for those who aren't up to speed on all of this, here's what happened in a nutshell. I'll get you up to speed. Musk announced he was officially leaving the White House. He and Trump held that joint press conference last week in the Oval Office. This was kind of a send off for him. Well, immediately after that fond farewell, Musk starts slamming Trump. He starts slamming the, big but ugly bill that passed in the House. And he called it an abomination. He said it increased the deficit too much. So at first, Donald Trump was pretty silent, which was uncharacteristic for him. And some White House officials spoke out meekly. Republican lawmakers pushed back, but just slightly. It was pretty tepid. Things were remaining pretty much cordial. Well, the gloves are now off. It all started when Donald Trump said in a press conference, he was with the German chancellor, and I guess he was asked about Musk and this whole thing and his feelings on the bill. And Donald Trump said, quote, "I am very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we will anymore." And Trump made a comment about how Musk might be suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. So, as you would suspect, with another big, very touchy, I guess you could say, like very sensitive ego, didn't go over well with Musk. And so he shot back on Twitter and he said, quote, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House and the Republicans would be a 51-49 in the Senate." And then he later retweeted that post and he added, quote, "Such ingratitude." And then in another tweet later that same day, Musk shared a video of Trump claiming that he was aware. So Trump was saying Musk was aware of the content in the bill that he's now complaining about. And, he didn't have a problem with it before. Now all of a sudden he has a problem. And Trump tried to say, well, it's because I took away the EV credits. We ended those in this new bill. We took them away. And Musk was like, I don't care about those. And then Musk wrote on Twitter, quote, "False. This bill was never shown to me even once and was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it." And Musk just kept ratcheting up the attacks on this big but ugly bill. And now this war has just escalated to a point that there is no return at this point. There's no coming back for this. You cannot unring this bell because today Donald Trump threatened to terminate all of the government contracts that Musk has. So all of the contracts with his companies like Starlink, with SpaceX, he threatened all of those. He posted on his failing social media site, quote, "The easiest way to save money in our budget billions and billions of dollars is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Yeah, well, that seems to have hit a nerve because Musk just went nuclear on Trump. He posted, quote, "Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT." And then he added to that tweet and he said, quote, "Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." So, a couple thoughts here. As you all know, I have been talking for years about the Katie Johnson case. For those who don't know, Katie Johnson is the pseudonym. It was used by a Trump accuser. She accused him, filed a lawsuit back in 2016. There's a bit of confusion about this because she filed the lawsuit 3 different times. So my understanding is that the first time she filed it on her own, she didn't have an attorney. The judge came back and said, "Look, you're not filing this right. You're not filing it in the right venue. This is improper. You need to find an attorney. You need to get this handled the right way, and then we'll review it." So she goes, she talks to a friend who is a patent attorney. Well, a patent attorney doesn't understand, how to file a case for sexual assault or alleged sexual assault, or what to even ask for. So they file this lawsuit and they ask for, I believe they asked for jail time for Donald Trump. She alleges that Donald Trump violated her at Epstein's New York mansion. So the judge comes back and says, this is also improper because so much time has passed. The statute of limitations has run out. You can't ask for jail time. This isn't a criminal, quote unquote, criminal case. This is a civil case. And so the only thing you can ask for is a financial penalty. You can ask for him to be held accountable and to pay you X amount of dollars. You have to ask for at least $1, right? So she goes, she gets a third attorney who is Lisa Bloom. You may have seen her. She used to be on MSNBC all the time. Her mother is Gloria Allred, the very famous attorney. So Lisa Bloom starts representing her. Lisa Bloom does understand sexual assault lawsuits, so she files a legitimate lawsuit. She names her as Jane Doe because obviously she didn't want any backlash. Well, regardless, she did receive backlash. So the case was dropped. It made it all the way up until just before the election, and she dropped the case shortly before the election in 2015, or excuse me, 2016. In December of 2016, because Lisa Bloom and I travel in the same vegan circles, we were both at an event together in early December 2016. I went up to her, introduced myself. I asked her about the case, why it was dropped. I said, obviously, I know you can't divulge anything because of client, attorney-client privilege, but can you at least tell me why she dropped it and if she will ever come forward again if she's considering refiling? She explained to me that no, her client was far too scared, that she had received too many death threats against her and her family, and that is why she dropped the case. So that's what I know. Lisa Bloom felt very, as far as what she relayed to me, she felt very sure that this woman was telling the truth. This was legitimate. You guys can go Google it. If you just Google Trump Epstein scribed, SCRIBD, there is a filing on record that you can go read all the details of it. But I don't know why, this is just coming up now and people are acting like, we've never heard of this before. The truth was out there. This case was out there. It's been out there since he started running, pretty much. And you know what? To hell with everybody who protected him. If they have evidence against him, if the FBI has evidence against Donald Trump or anyone else and they are withholding it, I hope they all burn in hell, because this is just beyond disgusting and sick. It just proves this so-called party of family values is a bunch of bullshit. They don't give a damn about children. And if Musk has known about this and he has kept it secret, then he should burn in hell too. You know, if he's just bringing this out now and he knows for a fact that this is the case and he has the evidence or has heard about it, how sickening, like how depraved do you have to be? He has children. He has a lot of children. If it was one of his children, how would he feel? So anyway, he is paying a price right now. And again, for anybody who thinks that this is not real, this whole feud with Donald Trump is tanking Tesla stock. Earlier today, Forbes wrote an article and said that he has now become $27 billion poorer as a result of this feud with Donald Trump because of all of the backlash. So I believe it's 100% real. I don't think he would have gone there, gone to the Epstein issue if this was not legitimate. Anyway, guys, I will let you all know when I hear more. I'm sure there will be more, because you don't get these two monumental egos and narcissists fighting each other without some serious damage being done. So we'll see. But it would be interesting to see if, Donald Trump decided to sue him for defamation. I mean, he's saying Donald Trump is in these files, and Donald Trump, to my knowledge so far, has not refuted that statement. And if he doesn't sue Elon Musk as he sues everyone else under the sun, then, that screams very loudly. That just tells us pretty much what we need to know, right? All right. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.